There is nothing more valuable in your life than the time you have right now. Every second that passes is a moment you will never get back. Most people live as if minutes are endless, wasting them on distractions, waiting for the perfect moment, or drifting through their day without purpose. The harsh truth is that time is neutral. It doesn't reward anyone automatically. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't luck, talent, or resources. It's how they treat every single minute. Imagine waking up and knowing that every moment of your day is working for you, not against you. Every conversation, every task, every decision contributing to your goals. That is not a dream, it is a choice. People who achieve greatness don't have more hours. They simply know how to use the ones they have. They understand that even the smallest minutes, if used intentionally, compound into extraordinary results over time. Time is the ultimate equalizer. Everyone has the same 24 hours. No one gets more, no one gets less. What separates people is focus, discipline, and the relentless use of every minute. Sitting idle, waiting for inspiration, or letting moments slip away without action guarantees stagnation. But taking control of your minutes, no matter how small, turns life into a sequence of purposeful steps. And those steps, repeated daily, create a legacy. Every day presents choices. You can let time control you, or you can control time. You can drift through distractions, waste energy, and end the day feeling frustrated. Or you can harness every moment, direct your effort, and make every second count. Each minute is a seed that, when planted with intention, grows into skills, relationships, opportunities, and results. The power is in your hands. This is the moment to realize that making every minute work for you is not optional. It is essential. It is what transforms ordinary routines into extraordinary outcomes. When you commit to using your time deliberately, protecting it from distractions, and focusing on actions that truly matter, you begin to build momentum that changes your life. You stop surviving your day and start shaping your destiny. Time is relentless. It moves forward whether you act or not. But when you decide that every minute counts, the tide turns. Each moment becomes a tool to create value, progress, and purpose. Those who master this understand that life is not about waiting for opportunities. It's about creating them. Every second invested intentionally moves you closer to the results you desire. This is the path to control, to achievement, and to the life you are capable of living. Every minute can work for you if you take ownership. Every second can be a step forward, a skill learned, a connection built, or a goal advanced. The power to transform your life isn't somewhere in the future. It exists in this very moment, in this very minute. Once you grasp this, once you commit to using every moment intentionally, you stop letting life happen to you. You start making life happen for you, and that is how extraordinary lives are built. Number one, treat time as your most valuable asset. Time is the one resource you can never earn back once it's gone. Every second, every minute, every hour that passes is gone forever. You can't save it, you can't store it, and you can't borrow it. Yet, most people treat time as if it's limitless. They spend it carelessly, scrolling through social media, watching endless videos, attending unnecessary meetings, or waiting for the right moment to act. The truth is, the way you treat your time is the way you treat your life. If you waste your minutes, you waste your potential. If you honor your time, you honor yourself. Understanding time as your most valuable asset changes everything. It forces you to make decisions differently. Suddenly, every hour matters. You begin to see how much you can accomplish if you choose to act intentionally instead of reacting to distractions. You realize that the people who achieve greatness aren't the ones with more hours. They're the ones who use the hours they have with relentless purpose. Every minute becomes a tool. Every moment an opportunity to build something meaningful. When you start valuing your time, you begin to evaluate how you spend it. Each activity, each conversation, each task gets measured against its impact on your goals. You stop doing things just because they are easy or habitual. You start asking yourself, does this move me forward or hold me back? Once this question guides your choices, your life changes direction. You no longer drift aimlessly. You move with intention. You begin to protect your time like it's your most precious possession, because in reality, it is. Time is also a reflection of your priorities. What you invest your minutes in reveals what you truly care about. If you spend hours binge watching content, it shows where your attention lies. If you dedicate time to learning, growing, and creating, it reflects ambition and discipline. The way you manage your time is a statement about who you are and who you want to become. People who achieve remarkable results understand. They know that even small increments of time, when used deliberately, compound into extraordinary outcomes. Every second carries potential, and every decision about your time carries consequence. Sitting idle, waiting for or expecting luck to change your circumstances only wastes the one thing, that could make a difference, your action in the present moment. Time waits for no one, and it doesn't discriminate. The only thing that separates the successful from the unsuccessful is how they choose to use it. Every minute spent in focus, effort, and learning is a minute building your future. Every minute wasted is a minute that can never return. Recognizing time as your most valuable asset also requires discipline. It's easy to get pulled into unproductive routines, to let distractions creep in, and to convince yourself that certain delays or procrastination won't matter. But every day lost adds up. The sum of idle minutes over weeks, months, and years becomes years of lost potential. Those who rise above understand that protecting their time is not optional. It's essential. Guarding your hours, scheduling your priorities, and making deliberate choices is what separates people who dream from people who achieve. Valuing time also reshapes your approach to challenges. You stop wasting energy on things that won't bring results. You stop worrying about the opinions of others, the perfect conditions, or the noise of life around you. Instead, you focus your energy where it matters, where progress is possible, and where your efforts will yield results. Every decision becomes sharper, every plan more precise, and every action more intentional. You create momentum because you've removed waste from the equation. You've made every moment work for you. When you treat time as your most valuable asset, the urgency to act grows. You begin to understand that waiting is a luxury few can afford. You start approaching every day with energy, determination, and accountability. Even small tasks are given focus because they are steps toward bigger results. Learning, working, building relationships, and taking care of yourself all become measured investments in your future. Time is no longer something to fill. It is something to maximize. This mindset also impacts your long-term vision. People often set goals, but fail to achieve them because they don't realize how much daily time shapes their outcome. Minutes spent here and there accumulate into weeks, months, and years. Every decision about your time either moves you closer to your vision or further away from it. Once you accept that time is finite, you begin to act differently. You stop procrastinating, you stop making excuses, and you start using every moment to create impact. Value your time, and you value your life. Each day, each hour, each minute matters. When you make this shift, you start noticing the difference immediately. You begin structuring your life to reflect your priorities. You start protecting your energy. You start seeing opportunities that others overlook because they are too busy squandering their time. You begin to understand that the people who accomplish the most aren't necessarily more talented. They are simply more intentional with every second they are given. Every minute can work for you if you allow it. Time is relentless, but it's also fair. The way you use it determines the outcomes you experience. Those who respect their time gain control over their life. Those who waste it surrender control to circumstance. By treating your time as your most valuable asset, you create leverage over your own life. You can achieve more, become more, and live more fully because every minute is being used as a building block for success. Your life will reflect the way you treat your time. Protect it, prioritize it, and use it wisely. Every second that passes is an opportunity to move forward, learn something new, strengthen your mind, or build something that lasts. The moment you truly internalize this, you start to see every hour as precious, every day as a gift, and every action as a step toward the life you desire. Time is your currency, your power, and your most valuable tool. When you make every minute work for you, you are no longer a passenger in life. You are the driver, the creator, and the architect of your destiny. Number 2, plan your day before it plans you. Every day has the same 24 hours. Yet, some people achieve more in a week than others do in a month. The difference isn't talent, luck, or connections. It's planning. People who succeed understand that time left to chance is time wasted. If you don't decide how your day will go, the day will decide for you. And when the day decides, it usually chooses distractions, interruptions, and unproductive tasks that leave you exhausted and behind. Flaunting your day doesn't have to be complicated. It starts with clarity about what matters most. When you know your priorities, every hour can be mapped to something meaningful. This means allocating time for the actions that bring results, not the ones that only fill your calendar. Every successful person I know starts with a plan. They wake up with intention and design their day before the noise of life takes over. The power of a well-planned day is that it gives you control, it gives you structure, and it ensures that your energy goes where it matters, not where it's convenient. When you plan your day, you stop reacting to everything around you. You stop being a passenger in your own life. Emergencies still happen, distractions still appear, but when you have a plan, you know how to respond without losing sight of what matters. You create boundaries for your time. You decide where to invest your energy and where to cut losses. Flaunting teaches you discipline because it forces you to focus on your priorities, even when other things scream for attention. Every morning that you wake up and allow the day to plan you, you give your life away in small pieces. You spend hours answering emails, scrolling through your phone, attending meetings that don't matter, and fulfilling other people's agendas. So, before you know it, the day is gone and your goals remain untouched. But when you structure your day intentionally, every task, every conversation, and every action has purpose. You start moving toward results, not just staying busy. Flaunting isn't about controlling every second, it's about creating direction. It's about knowing what deserves your focus and what can wait. It's about separating urgency from importance. When you plan effectively, you eliminate wasted motion. You start achieving more in less time. You find that even small hours, when devoted intentionally, produce significant progress. Flaunting amplifies your productivity because you're no longer drifting. You're moving with purpose. The real challenge is consistency. Planning one day won't change your life. Planning every day will. It becomes a habit that shapes your mindset. When you commit to designing each day, you start waking up with a sense of ownership. You no longer feel powerless over how time passes. You recognize that each hour is a tool, and how you use it determines your results. The discipline of planning sharpens your focus, strengthens your decisions, and increases your efficiency. People often underestimate the impact of small decisions. Choosing what to work on first, setting limits on distractions, scheduling blocks for focused work, these are all decisions that compound over time. A single hour spent on the right activity is more valuable than an entire day spent scattered. Flaunting ensures that your energy is directed toward actions that matter, rather than being diluted across things that won't move you forward. Flaunting also brings peace of mind. When you know what needs to be done, and when you stop worrying about what you might forget or how you will handle the day, you can approach each task with confidence because your time is already accounted for. The clarity you gain reduces stress, improves focus, and creates momentum that carries you through challenges. You feel in control, not at the mercy of circumstances. One of the most important aspects of planning is adaptability. Life doesn't always go as expected. Some tasks take longer, unexpected calls arrive, emergencies occur. But when your day is planned, you can adjust without panic. You know what's important and what can be postponed. Planning gives you a framework, not a rigid script. It allows you to respond with intelligence and still make progress toward your goals. Flaunting your day before it plans. You is a commitment to your own success. It's a choice to treat your time as valuable, to protect your energy, and to direct your efforts toward meaningful results. People who achieve more in life understand this principle. They don't leave their day to chance. They decide where their attention goes, and they execute consistently. Every day that is planned is a day that counts. Every action you take with intention compounds into results. Flaunting transforms hours into progress, tasks into accomplishments, and time into leverage. If you want to make every minute work for you, it starts with how you design your day. You cannot control time itself, but you can control how it is used. And control is what turns ordinary days into extraordinary results. Number 3, focus on high-value activities, not busy work. Too many people spend their days moving constantly, but they never get ahead. They fill their hours with tasks that seem important because they are urgent, but in reality, most of these tasks don't create results. Checking emails repeatedly, attending unnecessary meetings, scrolling social media, or doing small chores that anyone else could handle fills the calendar but does nothing to move life forward. The difference between ordinary results and extraordinary results isn't effort, it's focus. Focusing on high-value activities is the game changer. High-value activities are the actions that produce real outcomes. These are the tasks that grow your skills, expand your opportunities, generate income, or strengthen your relationships. They're the ones that bring measurable progress toward your goals. Busy work feels productive because you're doing something, but results don't come from movement. They come from focused movement in the right direction. Learning to identify which tasks are high value is one of the most critical skills for anyone who wants to succeed. When you focus on high-value activities, every minute you spend starts producing returns. You stop wasting energy on things that don't matter. You begin to see how your time can create leverage, how small, intentional actions can multiply into significant results over days, weeks, and months. Focus doesn't mean working harder, it means working smarter. It's about knowing where your effort will have the biggest impact and giving that effort your full attention. One of the challenges people face is distinguishing what is truly high value. It's easy to confuse being busy with being productive. Busy work can be satisfying because it fills the day, but at the end of it, nothing has changed. High-value activities often require effort, concentration, and sometimes discomfort. They may not provide immediate gratification, but they lay the foundation for lasting success. Every successful person knows that the work that matters most often feels difficult at first. Focusing on high-value tasks also teaches discipline. It forces you to prioritize, to say no to distractions, and to protect your energy. Every time you choose to work on something that advances your life, rather than something that merely fills time, you reinforce the habit of you start creating a system where your day is designed around results, not busyness. That system is what allows ordinary people to produce extraordinary outcomes. The compounding effect of high-value work is enormous. 1 hour spent developing a skill can transform your ability to earn, communicate, or lead. One conversation that builds a strategic relationship can open doors for years. One focused project can produce results that ripple through multiple areas of life. These are the moments that make every minute matter. Busy work, on the other hand, consumes time without producing a return. Choosing where to put your attention is deciding what your life will look like a year from now. Another key point is that focus multiplies energy. When your mind is directed toward meaningful work, it becomes sharper, more resilient, and more creative. Your actions gain momentum because every task you complete builds confidence and clarity. The more you practice high-value work, the easier it becomes to identify what matters most and act without hesitation. You stop being reactive to the day and start being proactive about your future. High-value activities are different for everyone, depending on goals, career, and personal growth. The principle is the same. Prioritize actions that produce results that matter. Ask yourself consistently, does this move me forward? Does this improve my skills, my relationships, my income, or my influence? If not, it is likely busy work and it needs to be minimized or eliminated. This type of questioning keeps your energy aligned with your ambitions. Focusing on high-value activities also improves satisfaction. When you see tangible results from your efforts, it creates motivation and reinforces discipline. You start to feel in control of your life. You stop looking for shortcuts or excuses because your work produces outcomes. Each day becomes a building block instead of a drain on your energy. The consistency of intentional effort creates a sense of purpose that busyness can never provide. The ability to distinguish and focus on high-value activities is one of the most important skills for making every minute work for you. It transforms your time into leverage, your energy into results, and your potential into achievement. People who master this skill don't just get more done. They create a life where their effort is rewarded, their goals are achieved, and their time is respected. If your goal is to make every minute count, stop filling your day with busy work. Start identifying the tasks that truly move you forward and dedicate your energy to them. Protect your time, guard your focus, and make sure that every action you take has purpose. When you focus on high-value activities consistently, you stop surviving your day and start shaping your life. Every minute begins to work for you because it's invested, not spent. Number 4, eliminate time wasters and energy drainers. One of the biggest obstacles to making every minute work for you isn't a lack of talent, resources, or opportunities. It's distractions and energy drainers. Every day, countless people allow their focus to be stolen by things that don't matter. Social media notifications, unnecessary conversations, unproductive meetings, constant multitasking, and mental clutter all steal minutes and sap energy. The truth is, if you want your time to produce results, you have to take control of what consumes it. Time wasters are subtle. They don't scream, "I am stealing your day," but they chip away at it steadily. Hours can disappear scrolling through feeds, checking emails repeatedly, or engaging in activities that give immediate satisfaction but no lasting benefit. Energy drainers are just as dangerous. People or situations that leave you feeling tired, frustrated, or distracted reduce your ability to focus on what truly matters. To maximize the value of your minutes, you must identify both and remove them from your life. The first step is awareness. You need to observe how your time is being used without judgment. Keep track of your activities, note where attention drifts, and recognize moments when energy is wasted. Many people are shocked when they realize how much of their day is nightly consumed by things that neither contribute to goals nor nourish their well-being. Awareness alone can create change because you cannot fix what you do not see clearly. Once identified, action must follow. Time wasters need boundaries or elimination. That could mean limiting social media, reducing unnecessary meetings, or delegating tasks that others can handle. Energy drainers require firm boundaries as well. Avoid prolonged exposure to negative people, reduce engagement in draining conflicts, and protect time for tasks that energize and move you forward. This isn't about avoiding life. It's about prioritizing energy toward what builds your future. Eliminating time and energy drains also increases focus. When distractions are minimized, mental clarity improves. You are able to direct attention to high-value tasks without interruption. This means the work you do is done faster, more effectively, and with better results. Distraction divides attention, slows progress, and multiplies stress. By removing these interruptions, you regain control of your day and ultimately your life. Another critical point is understanding that saying no is powerful. Every time you allow a distraction or energy drainer to take your attention, you are saying yes to something that doesn't matter, saying no free space for what truly counts. It's uncomfortable at first because people may not understand or approve, but protecting your time is non-negotiable or addressable. Your future self will thank you because the energy invested in what matters grows exponentially. Energy management is as important as time management, even with perfect planning. If your energy is low, productivity suffers. Eliminating people, activities, and environments that deplete your energy restores vitality. When energy flows, focus sharpens, creativity improves, and decisions are clearer. This creates a positive cycle. Better energy leads to better results, which increases motivation and strengthens discipline, allowing every minute to work for you. The compounding effect of removing distractions is enormous. An hour saved from meaningless activities isn't just an hour gained. It's an hour that can be invested in learning, building, connecting, or over days, weeks, and months. These recovered minutes accumulate into significant progress. People who master this skill experience exponential growth because they consistently direct their efforts toward meaningful action. Eliminating time wasters also improves mental clarity. When your day is not filled with trivial interruptions, your mind can focus on complex tasks, long-term planning, and creative solutions. You make better decisions because attention isn't divided. You achieve more in less time because each action has purpose. This discipline reduces stress because you are no longer overwhelmed by constant distractions. Each minute becomes more intentional, more productive, and more valuable. This principle applies to every area of life. Work, personal growth, relationships, health, each benefits when distractions and energy drains are removed. Time spent reacting to unimportant tasks or engaging with people who drain. Energy is time lost for opportunities that could transform your life. Protecting your focus ensures that every effort contributes to results that matter, not just motion for the sake of motion. Eliminating distractions and energy drains is not a one-time task. It is a daily practice. Constant vigilance is required because life will always attempt to pull attention away. However, each day that is protected from wasted time and drained energy brings compounding results. You start to notice how much more you can accomplish, how much more energy you have, and how much closer you are to your goals. Every minute begins to work for you when it is shielded from the forces that steal focus. The people who succeed consistently are not necessarily the busiest. They are the most intentional with their time and energy. By removing what is unnecessary, you create space for what is essential. Every moment becomes a tool, every action a step forward. By eliminating distractions and energy drainers, you turn wasted hours into productive minutes, and those productive minutes into extraordinary results. Your life transforms, not because more time is given, but because you choose to protect the time you already have. Number 5, turn small moments into big results. Life is made up of moments, and the way you use them determines the difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one. Too many people wait for big opportunities, assuming that change comes only through massive actions or dramatic events. The truth is that success is built in small increments. Every minute, every interaction, every decision carries potential. When you learn to make each moment count, you turn time into a powerful engine for results. Small moments are everywhere. They exist between tasks, during commutes, in waiting rooms, or in the early hours of the morning. Most people let these moments pass unnoticed, scrolling, daydreaming, or doing nothing of consequence. But those who achieve remarkable results recognize that these fragments of time are valuable. 10 minutes spent reading a book, 20 minutes on focused learning, or even 5 minutes reflecting on your goals can compound into skills, knowledge, and habits that transform life. Turning small moments into big results requires awareness and intention. It's about seeing every action as a choice. You can spend time aimlessly, letting it slip away, or you can dedicate it to something meaningful. This doesn't require massive energy or extreme effort. It requires deliberate focus. You start by identifying actions that align with your goals, and then seek opportunities to practice them in small windows of time. Repetition over time. Consistency is key. A single small action rarely changes your life immediately. But doing the same small actions consistently creates momentum. For example, investing 15 minutes daily in learning a new skill adds up to hours over weeks. Practicing discipline in small ways strengthens character, builds resilience, and sharpens focus. People often underestimate the power of incremental progress, yet it is the most reliable path to achievement. Small efforts repeated consistently outweigh occasional bursts of large effort. Every interaction can also become a building block. Small moments spent connecting with others, offering help, or learning from someone else create networks, insights, and experiences that multiply over time. Relationships, knowledge, and opportunities often grow quietly, unnoticed, from consistent small actions. Ignoring these moments means ignoring potential that could transform your work, business, or personal life. Turning small moments into results also requires minimizing wasted time. Those tiny windows are often filled with distractions. Waiting in line, commuting, or waiting for a meeting to start can feel like downtime. Yet, these are precisely the moments where focused action can have a profound effect. Really planning, reviewing goals, or even meditating during these intervals turns what appears to be lost time into productive minutes that fuel long-term growth. The mindset shift is crucial. Stop seeing only the big actions as valuable. Recognize that cumulative small actions are what create momentum. When you internalize this, you stop waiting for perfect circumstances or large opportunities. You begin acting in every available moment. Progress becomes a habit because each moment is treated as an opportunity to move closer to your goals. Even mistakes in small moments become lessons that contribute to results. When you act intentionally, you gain feedback. You learn what works and what doesn't. Each small failure or adjustment informs the next action, and over time, this cycle of small, deliberate actions produces significant outcomes. Big results are rarely a single event. They are the sum of countless small, smart decisions. Discipline plays a huge role in leveraging small moments. You must train yourself to act deliberately even when the time is short, when the task seems minor, or when no one is watching. Many people ignore these chances because they feel insignificant. The truth is, ignoring small moments is a habit that compounds into lost years. Treating them seriously, however, compounds into skill, achievement, and success that others will notice. By turning small moments into big results, you reclaim control over your life. You stop waiting for extraordinary events to create change. You realize that consistent, intentional action in everyday life is what produces results. The power of this principle is that it allows everyone, regardless of resources or circumstances, to make progress. Every person has minutes every day, and how you use them determines your future. Small moments also build. When you use your time deliberately and see results, even minor ones, you gain proof that action matters. That confidence multiplies, motivating you to continue acting consistently. You learn that effort compounds, that progress is steady, and that results grow from persistent, focused attention. Making every minute work for you means never underestimating the value of small actions. Each moment is an opportunity to learn, create, connect, and grow. Ignoring them is wasted potential. Using them intentionally transforms your life because you create results not by waiting for opportunity, but by taking advantage of every second. Success is not built in giant leaps alone. It is constructed from countless small steps, each one intentional and focused. By treating small moments as significant, by acting consistently, and by directing every minute toward meaningful action, you turn ordinary time into every minute becomes an investment, and every small action compounds into a life of achievement, progress, and fulfillment. Time will keep moving, whether you notice it or not, whether you act or not. The question is, what will you do with it? Every minute you spend intentionally adds up, creating momentum, results, and a life that reflects your effort. Every minute wasted subtracts from your potential, leaving opportunities and dreams unrealized. The choice is yours. The truth is that life is made in the moments, not in the big events that rarely happen. Every second you focus, every minute you direct toward your goals, compounds into growth, achievement, and progress. It's the small, consistent, purposeful actions that produce the biggest results over time. If you treat your time as your most valuable asset, it begins to work for you in ways that are visible, measurable, and stoppable. Protect your time from distractions. Invest it in high-value actions. Turn even the smallest moments into progress. Plan your day before it plans you. Guard your energy and eliminate what drains it. This is how ordinary minutes transform into extraordinary results. This is how you take control of your life. This is how you build momentum that cannot be ignored. Every day is a gift, and every minute within it is an opportunity. The people who succeed are not the ones who have more hours. They are the ones who make the hours they have count. By committing to use your time intentionally, you step out of passivity and step into creation. You stop waiting for life to give you results. You start producing them yourself. The power to change your life exists in this very moment. What you do with the next minute and the one after that will define your future. Make every second work for you. Make every minute count. When you do this consistently, when you act intentionally in every moment, your days, your months, and your years begin to reflect the results you desire. Time becomes your greatest ally, and your life becomes the masterpiece you were always capable of creating. Do not underestimate the impact of every minute. Use it wisely, use it deliberately, and let it shape the life you want. Every minute matters. Every moment counts. Your future is worked. Your future is built 1 minute at a time, and the choice to make it work for you is already in your hands.